What's going on? We back with the Boxing Clinic and more. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. One time for the one time. Y'all know what it is. We grinding. What up, though? You know what it is, man. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Hit the bell icon button so you know exactly we go live and drop that heat. All right. And I'm talking about Joshua Wilder, Golovkin, Canelo 2, and exactly how the heavyweights snatched the complete shine away from Canelo and Triple G, the rematch. Now, you know, all this posturing and going back and forth on social media and pump faking that Team Triple G and Team Canelo doing, and saying some comments by Abel Sanchez saying black fighters don't sell, going out their way, negotiating on social media. In the first fight, let's just keep it real, it underachieved. It didn't live up to the hype. And a lot of times when you let a fight build for a year or two or whatever, and it's a lot of hoopla around it in the sport of boxing, we know, man, it's a good percent. It's probably an 80 to 85% chance that fight that they're building up, that you pay $60, $70, $80 for these days, does not live up to the billing of the hype. It doesn't live up to the hype. So that's not out the ordinary or out the norm, all right? It happens, you know. Very rarely do you pay $70, $80 for a pay-per-view and it lives up to expectations. But like I said, single-handedly, you know, and I don't even think Eddie Hearn and Team Joshua, Team Wilder even understands it. And they in the UK, so they might not be feeling the vibes. They might not know in the position they are in. They have single-handedly snatched the narrative and the flow in boxing and took away the complete flow and the complete aura of Triple G and Canelo 2. You know, it's not sold out. You know, whatever reason that is, it didn't sell out as quick as it did last time, or do this high live, it ain't broke a live gate record or nothing yet, or it's guesstimate to do that, you know. And I don't know, for me personally, I don't give a shit about the fight. The first fight, it underachieved. I didn't like the way, you know, the judges, you know, it was all shady. It seemed orchestrated. I said it time and time again. I thought they was in cahoots. Both teams was in cahoots with each other. Before the second fight in the clenbuterol situation with Canelo Alvarez, they were already talking about a rubber match, a third match. Today, Bob Arum came out and said Canelo off the juice is going to get knocked out by Golovkin. Oscar rebutted and said Canelo is going to win. So, you know, all this bullshit that people were smelling and people know. You know, they spent their money last fight and they felt that Canelo didn't fight the fight that the casual fans wanted. That was on the front foot, he wanted the back foot, and it wasn't action. Golovkin didn't do what he's supposed to do. And these people seeing these two heavyweights going back and forth. They see the LDBC, they see the internet, they see the LDBC haters, they see the YTBC guys. Everybody is getting caught up in this Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua web. That's what everybody talking about. You barely see people talk about Triple G Canelo 2. You see people trying to push it, but nobody get no views. You don't see those major media outlets, you know, riding that white pony, that white horse. They ain't riding that white horse. They ain't messing with fishnets, you know. They ain't messing with K2 or Abel Sanchez, you know. Ain't nobody checking for them. You don't see a lot of people doing no interviews with them. You don't see people doing no fight prediction for it. You don't see people looking ahead for it. You see some channels trying to push, you know, interviews, but they resorting back to talking about, you know, other boxing shit or talking about Deontay and Anthony Joshua. They have to revert back to that because the public don't care. The narrative and the flow in boxing is Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder. No matter who is fighting, it'll be an Earl fight for a week. Then Terrence fought, then Earl fought. And they think about that with Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence. You know, for a minute, everybody was talking about that. Went back to Deontay and Joshua. You know what I'm saying? Them 2-week-old top rank cards they put on back to back. It was all about Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder. I don't think Eddie Hearn know how powerful, you know, this thing has gotten. I don't think Deontay Wilder, Shelly Finkel know how powerful this thing has gotten. This saga has gotten between Wilder and Joshua. It's kind of like some Pacquiao and some Floyd shit. And rightfully so, for good or for bad or for worse, the bad, the ugly, the good, whatever you want to say. It's definitely put the spotlight back on the big man. It's took the spotlight away from the little man. It put the spotlight back on the heavyweight division. And once you can spark the heavyweight division, once you can get that contact and get that spark, it's a flame. It's going to be a forest fire. Because people love big guys. People don't like the little guys. That's why they create the pound for pound list, for the little guys can compete and stay in contention and flow with the heavyweights. But it was always about the heavyweights. 70s, 80s, 90s. Not until you got into the 2000s, really, that the narrative was away from the heavyweights. But when the heavyweights have some traction, when the heavyweights has an attraction, it's lit. Boxing is lit. It's not worried about Triple G Canelo. It's not worried about nothing else in boxing. When the heavyweight got something going, it's nothing in boxing that can stop that freight train. Fishnets, Redhead Canelo, Golovkin, Abel Sanchez, they can't stop this. They could just hope to contain it. You know what I'm saying? And they lucky that Canelo and Joshua and Wilder didn't fight around the same time they fought. It definitely would have killed that buzz. It definitely, if they would have fought early in the day on September 15th, it would have definitely took the air out of the boxing world. Especially if they would have fought at 5 p.m., 5:30, and it was a great fight, and they did a replay later that night. Showtime really wanted to be petty. It definitely would have took the air. Regardless, Mexican Independence Day is going to do what it do. You know what I'm saying? We see Triple G still do $1.5 million on HBO Mexican Independence Day. It's a great holiday for Mexicans, you know. Shout out to them. But I'm trying to tell you that Joshua and Wilder thing is putting heavyweight boxing back on the map. It might have got into some Pacquiao, Floyd type of shit. But guess what? Oscar can't catch a break. This fight can't catch a break. Last time they blamed Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor for taking away their steam. Now it's Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua. Nobody's talking about this fight. We almost in August. This fight is almost 6-7 weeks away. And nobody's talking about it. You heard no sellout. No nothing. And part of it is on Golden Boy. And Canelo and them playing around in the media, the computer raw, the first fight ended fishy, not delivering on all the hype, not delivering on the knockout. Boxing casual fans and casual fans in general are getting smart. They getting smart. They not gonna keep letting these boxing promoters dupe them and the fishy scorecards. The scorecard is what turned a lot of people off to that fight. It did. It did. You know. And they blame Floyd and Conor the first time. Now they're going to blame Joshua and Wilder. Because ain't nobody talking about that other fight. Nobody's talking about Canelo Triple G 2. Nobody's saying, I'm hyped to see that shit. Nobody saying, that's the best fight at the end of the summer. You know what I'm saying? Nobody talking about that shit. They talking about Joshua. There's more people at the Joshua little press conference. The press conference with Joshua had more buzz than that little petty-ass press conference they had with Triple G and Canelo on camera. It had more buzz. You know, people were starting to realize, man, that, you know, the bullshit that Golden Boy is going on. The shitty ass boxing they getting on ESPN Top Rank sometimes. All right? And this fight is building up. You know, Joshua's fighting Povetkin. Wilder's gonna fight somebody pretty soon. And ultimately, when they continue to keep fighting, when they do fight, when September 22nd do roll around, then Wilder fight roll around. If he fight 2 more times this year, and that's what I anticipate, it's going to catch flames. Seriously, it's going to catch flames. You know, and they better pray to God Wilder doesn't fight before that September fight. You know, they better pray. I'm not saying that Brazil will be this almighty fight, but it's going. But before September 15th, if Deontay Wilder fight, all right, it's going. Like, if he fight before Canelo Triple G 2, and then Joshua fight the week after, it's going to engulf that, man. That'd be the worst case scenario for Oscar De La Hoya. You know what I'm saying? That'd be the absolute worst scenario. If Wilder fights right before Canelo Triple G fight on September 15th, and then Joshua fight the week after that, it's going to be lit. And what they going to do, blame this time? They going to blame Floyd for this too? Well, you know, Floyd would have did more numbers if Floyd and Conor didn't fight. And they try to do everything in their way to stop the Floyd and Conor freight train. They can't stop this. They can't control the narrative and the flow with the new media. They can't. They can't censor us, you know. They can't stop us from talking about Wilder and Joshua all the time. A lot of people say, I'm tired of them talking about Wilder and Joshua. At the end of the day, create your own wave then, you know. Everybody that's tired of Wilder and Joshua, create your own wave. Start your channel, or you get to talking about Canelo and Triple G in your channel and see how much traction you get. It's a no-fly zone. We shut that down, man. You know what? If it ain't flowing on YouTube, it ain't flowing through the Lions Den boxing community or the affiliates or whoever else doing boxing videos, ain't nobody talk about that shit, man. Nobody. Ain't nobody talking about I'm going to Canelo Triple G 2 in Vegas. Nobody talk about going to that BS. Because you already seen that script before. We all know this script. That's a WWE fight. We want to see the big fellas fight. We want to see the heavyweights reign supreme. You know, we want to see them going back and forth and trash talking. Now you got Big Baby Miller spicing it up. You know, you got Eddie Hearn over here trying to control the narrative and trying to tell us our champion ain't shit. It's too much good organic shit, man. You know, with a lot of artificial shit that Eddie popping off at, but it's too much good shit not to talk about. It's us supporting a black fighter from America, not a Kazakhstan guy, not a guy from Mexico, and it's dominating the headlines. We'll continue to push this narrative. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Y'all know what it is. It's the Boxing Clinic and more. It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. The link's into the description. You want to DM me for a video request or you got a question, advice, whatever it may be, hit me up on one of those social media platforms and take you straight there. And we also do other good work there as well. Also, business email, you got a video collab, you want to start a channel, you need some help or whatever, hit me up there. Business use only though. Also, we got the new college sports page popping off, S1210, College Sports Most Wanted. The link's in the description. Talk about college football and basketball and the dash of high school. Me, the Cali Enigma, Colossal Sports TV. I'm going to lead Cali Enigma Sports Channel and Colossal Sports Channel in the description. Show them some love. Let's get Cali over 1,000 subs. Let's get Colossal Sports TV closer to 2,000 subs, all right? Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon so you know exactly when we go live and drop that heat as well. Share. Shout out to the Lions Den boxing community. We working. Y'all know what it is. Shout out to the brother Junior, the Truth. Blue Blood Sports TV. I see you, bro. Y'all know what it is. One time for the one time. We gone.